Guess who's back? Back again. Brenda's back. Hello, friend. She loved it so much that she decided she wanted to come back on. What are we talking about?
Well, I have a missing case.
A missing case.
Mm-hmm. Somebody who's missing from 2020. Have you ever heard of the case of Leila Cavett?
No.
She is a 21-year-old young mother who went missing in July of 2020. July 25th, 2020 to be exact.
She's pretty.
Very beautiful little girl. She came from Georgia, but she also lived in Alabama as well. She traveled to Florida to sell the vehicle she was driving. And along with her was her 2-year-old son, Camden. Cute little boy.
Mm-hmm.
At the time of Layla's disappearance, it first turned out that they were looking for a missing, they found that the missing child. The child was wandering around an apartment complex in just a dirty diaper. I guess he might have had a t-shirt on or something, but he was wandering around unaccompanied in this apartment complex. Somebody called it in, so they came in looking for a neglectful mother. But unfortunately, it turned into something much, much worse when they discovered that the mother herself was missing. So Layla was 21 years old. Her son Camden was 2. They started searching for Layla. So the little boy's face went on the news, and his family, the mom's sister, the mom's family, recognized the child and determined that, that was their nephew, their grandson, Camden. And so they traveled to Florida, to the Everglades area, to Hollywood, California, or Hollywood, Florida, to recover Camden and to help search for Layla. In the investigation, they came across this guy, and his name was Shannon Ryan. Now, Shannon Ryan was a witch. Like a voodoo kind of witch, like a black arts kind of witch.
Is this a case that you hyperfixated on?
I did hyperfixate on it, yes, when, 2020. Yeah, I joined all the Facebook groups and stuff. Yeah, so that's, how do you know I hyperfixated?
Like mother, like daughter.
Well, how can you tell that I have a hyperfixation on things?
There's Kimchi.
Hi, Cam. So anyway, let me go. So I made a PowerPoint because this was not supposed to be an episode. This was supposed to be just a Missing Person Monday, but this is going to be a Missing Person Monday episode because we're missing Cass tonight. She had other arrangements, so we didn't want to get behind in our releasing of videos. So here we are in Torie's kitchen.
This is my kitchen.
Aren't they really, really trippy, hippie curtains back there?
Thanks.
I wonder where you got them.
I don't know.
Huh. Timu.
Got a package on my doorstep one day, and it's just more here.
Yeah, well, that's what happens. Okay, so
I was gonna say at Marshall's.
Marshalls.
No, she didn't get them at Marshall's.
I do love Marshalls, though.
They do have trippy, hippie stuff at Marshall's.
Yeah, they do. They have a lot of mushroom stuff at Marshalls.
Why do you like mushrooms so much? Do you eat mushrooms? You don't even eat mushrooms, do you?
Yeah, I do. I love mushrooms.
You never used to eat mushrooms.
I know, because you used to make me feel bad because they were Smurf houses.
Yeah, that's how I got her to eat them, Smurf houses. Everybody loves the Smurfs, except for Brenda.
Ew.
I love mushrooms.
Brenda?
I love to saute them and
Gross.
They don't even have a taste. They taste like dirt.
they taste like whatever you like.
They absorb whatever you're cooking.
Yeah.
Like The Rock. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking?
Yeah. You got to
Okay.
What? No.
Don't do that. Your face will get stuck like that. Go on.
I can try.
Why is her face gonna get stuck?
Because she's gonna do the rock face.
Oh,
There's
that's a cone of shame.
wrong with the cone of shame. Come on, Loki.
Oh my goodness. This is going over like a, yeah. Okay, so
Out of the kitchen.
Leila was 21 years old when she went missing in Florida on July 25th, 2020. Her son Camden was 2 years old at the time. He was found safe, and now he resides with family members. There was a big thing about, the family needed to go through all the steps to receive custody of him, but luckily they did. And so he is now with family. Leila is still missing. Leila would be 24 years old now. Like I said, she lived in Georgia. She also lived in Alabama. She went missing in Florida, in Hollywood, Florida, which is near the Everglades. And the self-proclaimed witch, Shannon Ryan, has been accused of her murder. They have him on videotape around her car. I believe they have her clothing items in the back of his truck. It was weird because when this all went down, he was on Facebook and he would do like live shows and stuff about how people were out to get him. And, he had his coven of different witches, different witches. And it was really, really weird. And then all of a sudden, like everything went silent on this case with the Shannon Ryan, but he is in jail still. Her body has never been found. So the question is, I've never been to Florida, but Brenda and Torie have been to Florida many times with their dad. And so the Everglades is like a swampy area, correct?
Yeah.
And there's
Probably.
like
Sort of
crocodiles
alligators.
and stuff, alligators.
Well, whichever we have. I think it's crocodile.
Well,
No.
yeah,
Okay.
alligators live in
Okay.
Louisiana, so maybe it's crocodiles.
No. Okay. There's both. There's a difference. Okay.
Well, the
There's a
difference is their snout,
Well,
right?
Correct. And
One can be
alligators are
saltwater
more
and
afraid of you than you are of them. So if they see you, unless you're super, super hungry, they're not going to go after you. However,
Well, you remember, okay, so during 2020, there was a little boy, they had gone to Disney World or something, and they were at a resort, and there was a little pond there, and this little 2-year-old boy went up to the water, and the alligator just come up and grabbed him and ate him right in front of his
that's
parents.
shocking to me.
well,
that
he didn't eat, he grabbed him, yes, but he didn't eat him. They found him, but
Yeah,
anyway, like I
he
was
was
saying,
fresh.
crocodiles, there's freshwater crocodiles and there are saltwater crocodiles. Either way, crocodiles are more territorial. So you go up to a pond in Louisiana, anywhere from South Carolina down, and their noses are more pointy than alligators are. Alligators, they're round, and their teeth come out of their jaw a little bit, right? So, but alligators won't grab you unless they're hungry, and they most likely let you go because they know that you're not like a fish or a bird or something like that. They 9 times out of 10 let you go, but crocodiles, they're territorial, they're really mean. They attack whatever they can get, they attack.
They're mean ass motherfuckers.
she really paid attention
They
to
are.
crocodile hunter.
They're my
He
favorite animal. Of course I pay attention.
I love Sea Rowan. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
They're my favorite animal. I know a lot of that.
So do you think that the witch, the evil wicked witch, Shannon Ryan, do you think he put her in the Everglades maybe and let her decomp there, and then of course scavengers are going to eat, so crocodile or an alligator, whatever creature.
So this is going to the Gabby Petito Brian Laundrie case. Didn't they say when he unalived himself?
Well, some psychics think he's still alive.
Yeah, when he unalived himself, something with the Everglades water decomposes your body faster, anyways. But
Correct.
When the Everglades decompose it even faster.
Well, it's hot,
Yeah.
and it's swampy, and it's humid.
And
I have something to say. it depends on what mineral the soil under the water is rich in. If there's a certain mineral, I don't know the certain mineral, but if there's a certain mineral present in the soil, it can preserve the body. Like
She's
a
awesome.
She is. Oh yes, because there's like mummies.
bogs. The
Oh,
bog.
yes,
Yes,
yes. Back in the
That's
day.
Brianna. Brianna's a bog.
Yeah,
Back in the day, there was this stuff my mom used to buy for my eczema, which was called Essence of Time, and it was stuff from a peat bog. And she used to buy it on QVC, and it was like green, and it was like really gross looking, but it like worked amazing on my eczema. And it was from a peat bog, and the story was that there was a man who was stuck in this peat bog, and when they got him out, his body was like perfectly like preserved.
You can look up pictures of it. Yeah.
And that's where they got the Essence of Time peat bog cream that she used to lather on my
They
body.
didn't get it from him, did they?
No, I don't know.
Did they get it from the dirt or in the area?
I don't know.
Well,
But that's
anyways.
the story.
I don't think they grabbed the mud off of a body. That would be unethical and disgusting. But they probably gathered it from around the area where it had the same amount of mineral that needed to preserve the body.
Well, you know, the internet says that you can be a vegetarian, and there's like, well, it doesn't even, you don't even have to be vegetarian, but like there's slight traces of human in hot dogs and stuff.
What?
Yes, there's traces of
maybe like skin or something like that.
There's traces of humans in hot dogs.
Oh, please don't say that. I already have food problems.
But vegetarian hot dogs have more traces of human.
First of all, I would not eat a vegetarian hot dog.
Well, that just turned me off from a vegetarian hot dog for the rest of my life.
Mine too. The rest of my life is a lot shorter than yours, luckily.
Oh.
Well, it's on the internet, so if it's on the internet, it has to be true. Did you Google it? No, I didn't Google it. I watched it on TikTok.
Anybody know? Never mind. Okay. Go on.
What?
It's on the internet, so you know it's true.
Right.
That's a commercial. Bonjour.
That means hello.
Yeah, the guy goes, he's a French model. It's a commercial. He's like, it's on the internet, so it must be true.
Oh,
she's dating this French model, and anyways. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
You lent liquor. That's also a commercial.
I love that.
I don't watch TV, so I only watch YouTube.
Well, that was an old commercial.
Both of them are. Okay.
Okay. So Leila Cavett was last seen in Hollywood, Florida on July 25th, 2020, driving a white Chevy Silverado 3500 truck. The next day, Leila's 2-year-old son was found outside alone, an apartment complex in Miramar, Florida. So I guess that's local. On July 28th, her abandoned truck was found at a Walmart 2 miles away in Hollywood, Florida. What's going on with me today?
Smile. You're good.
A $5,000 reward, which that doesn't seem like a lot of money, like $5,000.
No.
Maybe
not for a missing mother.
Maybe in 2020 that was a lot of money, but
no. Not to like. That's when all the
I don't think the family was very well to do. So I mean, they gave what they could. So.
Wow. Yeah.
So Leila would be 24 years old. She is 5'4" tall, and she was about 110 pounds. So she was a teeny tiny little petite young lady. Cute little girl. Torie will post some pictures. We'll do some on our Facebook and Instagram, and share her little face around. And hopefully we can assist in bringing awareness to this case and bringing her home somehow to her family.
Yeah.
They suspect that she has passed on, but she has a mother and she has sisters and she has that little boy, precious little boy, and they want some answers. So we would like to help anybody in Florida. If you know anything about Leila, Leila, please let us know, or please reach out to the Hollywood, Florida Police Department. Their phone number is 954-764-4357. Again, it is 954-764-4357.
We'll post that in the show notes and on our Instagram and Facebook as well.
Yeah. So you can always also reach out to the Hollywood Police Department on their website, www.hollywoodflorida.org/1352/police.
Is that her missing case?
That's just
Just
the,
to contact
that
them?
is their website on the internet.
Oh, okay.
And they also have a Facebook group. It's the Hollywood FL Police Department. So I'm sure if you know anything, you can always call that number that I said, the 954-764-4357, or reach out to them on their website or on their Facebook page. Thank you so much for listening.
Yeah.
Sorry, it wasn't very much, and but sometimes we like to draw attention to some missing cases. So
yeah, and it's important. Like, you said that the Shannon guy's in.
He is in jail. Yes, suspected of murder. He has not been released.
Did they find evidence to?
Yes, that's how they got him in there.
I will say that in some states, they can't pin murder on someone without a body.
That's the problem
Well,
we're running into.
They can, but it's difficult.
They found, I guess they found evidence that, well, there was also a video, so they've put together some pieces, but that missing piece is her body. So we would hope that, they've found skulls and they've found body parts in that, Everglades and in that area. But so far they haven't turned out to be our missing person. So
Yeah.
So, like, do they have, like, for dental records and everything like that?
I would assume that they would have all of that. So so he is facing charges of tampering with evidence and child neglect. He had a pretrial hearing on November 17th, 2023.
Okay.
But his trial has been pushed, but he's still in prison. She moved to, or she was in the process of moving to Florida to work for Shannon Ryan, the witch doctor. And I don't know if she was going to join his coven, what she was going to actually do for him, but I do know that there was a transaction, or at least he stated that there was going to be a transaction where they traded vehicles, where he was going to take her truck and she was going to take his car, which I don't really understand. It's all kind of shady, actually.
Oh, this says that she was what's that say? She was seen in the passenger seat of Ryan's gold Lexus.
Yes, that's the video. They found the video evidence, and he was walking around barefoot in a soiled diaper in that apartment complex the next day.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And she wouldn't just up and leave her son, I'm sure.
No, she didn't. No, because she took him with her.
Right, and the picture that they share around and we'll post, she just looks very happy.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that morning, Ryan bought carpet deodorant, trash bags, and duct tape from a Walmart store. The Walmart store that they found her vehicle at.
That's circumstantial, but that's...
Video surveillance at the gas station also showed Ryan returning there with a bottle of bleach and going back and forth between her white pickup truck and a dumpster.
Did they do...
Women's clothing and toys were later found in the trash bin. Despite a multi-state search, including a Broward County landfill, her body has not ever been found.
Did they do like blood analysis or like, the lights with you know what I'm doing?
Forensic?
Yeah, when they go and do that.
Oh, with the luminol and stuff?
Yes, that's
I'm sure
okay.
they did. I'm sure they did.
carpet cleaner.
Carpet deodorant. Carpet, like,
Yes, yeah.
Arm and Hammer.
Bacon
Trash
bacon.
bags. She was 110 pounds.
Gosh. That's very circumstantial, but it's very telling.
Mm-hmm. And bleach.
Those are.
And her clothes and toys were found in the trash bin.
Well, I mean, I'm a big girl, but I could probably be put into a trash bag.
I'm sure if you cut the right places. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if you drive around and deposit this piece there and that piece there and that piece there, I mean, the witch doctor's pretty smart. But he wasn't smart enough because he would get online, he would get on Facebook and do lives, and he would talk about, his witchy stuff, and he was super creepy, scary.
What happened with the
Yeah. My shirt says, "Fluff you. You fluff and fluff." I got it from Temu. I wore it to work today too.
Did you really?
Mm-hmm. And last week too, and the week before. This is my Sunday I'm going to work shirt.
I mean, go for it.
I mean, I have something over it so nobody can see the fluffing you. Fluff, fluff, fluff.
Oh.
Well, that's no fun.
But I know it's there. And now the internet knows it's there. And if it's on the internet, it must be true.
That's what they say. It's on the internet. It's got to be true.
Okay, so that's all I have.
I'm very disturbed.
Chuck E. Cheese pizza thing then.
Hey, they say that like Chuck E. Cheese, is there still Chuck E. Cheese in Hagerstown?
No.
They
can't. They closed all of them.
No. There's a commercial saying that.
Oh no,
like
they got rid of
animatronics.
animatronics. They got rid of the animatronics. I'm sorry.
Why?
Well, they said because of Five Nights at Freddy's,
well,
but they
Chuck E. Cheese was first.
Chuck E. Cheese was first, but it's okay.
They also said that a whole bunch of kids had gone missing in Chuck E. Cheese.
What? I know the conspiracy.
Remember when you guys were kids and we would take you to Chuck E. Cheese? Like they would give us like a certain number and they would like stamp you guys with the same number.
What if they went William Afton on? Okay.
She doesn't know who that is.
Who? William Afton, was he the founder of Five Nights at Freddy's?
Well, I don't know that kind of stuff.
And he killed the kids and put them in the bodies of the animatronics.
The animatronics have been there for like 100 years. Like there's seriously no body parts or souls in these things. Like they're so old and dusty. Like I'm surprised they even work. Most of the time they were out of like order anyway. Did you know that they say that the pizza, if you don't finish a pizza at Chuck E. Cheese, they take it off and they reserve it? No, that's illegal. That's a conspiracy for Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh my God. Listen.
That's why I never ate their pizza anyway. I like their salad.
That's what Shane Dawson said.
Allegedly said that.
No, he said that. I remember seeing.
He allegedly said that.
No, he legitimately said that. I saw it on YouTube.
If it's on the internet, it's true.
Right. He said that. It's a lie. He's a liar. He did say it. He did. I'm sure I could find the YouTube video that he said it because everybody was talking about it. It's not allegedly that Shane Dawson said that Chuck E. Cheese does this. Oh, I thought you said allegedly he was gay.
No. I said he allegedly said that because he's being sued by Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, I didn't know he's being sued.
Well, we don't want to be sued by Chuck E. Cheese.
Shane Dawson said it. To him.
Also said that certain stores, well, he proved it, just put back makeup on the shelf.
Well, I have seen that one, and I have told you about that. Who says it? Yeah.
They do what?
They put their makeup back. I'll have to edit this out. But fuck Shane Dawson. I'm keeping it in. He said it. Fuck you, Debbie.
You know what I'm thinking of?
I'll bleep it when I go. I'll bleep that. But Shane Dawson said that Chuck E. Cheese did it.
Yeah, I think you should beep instead of delete. So that they can know what we're talking about, but we don't really say what we're talking about.
They
We'll have to
also
allude to what we're talking
Torie.
about.
I mean, his name.
Huh?
Get a cease and desist from him. Do you want to cease and desist from him, Gambit? No, you don't. You want to keep talking.
From Shane Dawson? I'm not scared of Shane Dawson. Shane Yaw. I'm not scared of him.
Gambit is.
Everybody knows who Shane Dawson is.
Not everybody.
Fuck you, Shane Dawson. Fuck you.
So is this what you call the true crime garbage cookie?
What the hell?
Well, I was reading about, like, we could talk about the Idaho 4 and.
Well, but what she said, I quote, true crime garbage cookie.
Yeah, you know what a garbage cookie is? It's a kitchen, like a kitchen sink cookie. It's
No, I
just-
wouldn't eat it because they're gross.
Well, I
They have a
didn't
bunch of stuff in there that I'm
Uh,
not sure what they are, so I wouldn't eat it.
Right, I wasn't saying
I would
that.
eat a cookie out of a kitchen sink.
There's
No, I meant like, you know, like there's the kitchen cookie thing where they just talk about everything. And
well, I guess
anything.
that's what we're doing. We're doing kitchen sink cookie
True crime,
true
right?
crime.
I didn't know if you want to talk about the updates of the Idaho 4. 'Cause,
Well, the house is gone.
yeah, that was sad.
The hamburger's still in prison.
Coburger,
Yeah.
didn't they find a win for him or something?
He's still in prison.
They
They want to go to court either this summer, but they don't think it'll work this summer, so maybe next summer.
Oh my
So,
god.
yeah, they're dragging everything out.
And they found out that Kaylee was in a corner.
Well, they were in
originally?
the bed together, and she was sitting up because she was against the wall. So,
Oh,
yeah, I mean, if you have two people in a twin-size bed,
right.
and she was backed into a corner because she couldn't
Right.
go because he was there doing his thing.
Allegedly.
Mhm.
I think Coburger did it.
What do you think, Brenda?
I don't
Do you
know.
even know what we're talking about?
Yes, I know who you're talking about.
Then there's the Nicole Kessinger NK voicemails that came out recently.
They haven't recently come out. They come out years and years and years ago.
Yeah, well, I didn't know it was, I thought it was recently.
No, it wasn't recently.
She had
Gypsy
some.
said Gypsy's husband might be her brother.
No, I did not see that Gypsy's husband might be her brother, but I did see.
What? That's no way.
I saw that people are comparing him to Dee Dee.
I
Well,
saw something today where she shut him down because he talks for her. And so she just like grabbed his arm and shut him up. And then
Well, she
she was
said that-
talking and then he like said something and then she was like,
Well, I guess the reason why they were going to divorce was because she felt like she was going back into way with her
Yeah.
mother.
yeah, because he's controlling.
But then they decided not to.
well,
That was
apparently,
when they were. in
That
prison.
D is fire.
apparently he's related to
Apparently, he's also a teacher.
from her side.
I haven't
Because
honestly.
her-
I haven't been following her too much since I'm off TikTok. I haven't been following her too much, and I hope she's doing okay, Gypsy. But I haven't followed any of the parade.
See, I hope she's doing okay, but she seems to think that she's not to blame for her mother's murder.
Oh no. She has said that she is, and
But she's taking it back.
but she's like,
I just find a lot of parallels between her mother being manipulative and trying to get all these free things, and Gypsy is following in her mother's footsteps. Once she's come out, like she's gone to this concert, she's gone to that, she's gone to this, and she's gone to that. She's getting all
That
these
seems-
freebies.
yes, that seems to be the general consensus with everyone too. Like a lot of what I've seen, people are like, it's very,
She's making a lot of money
Yeah.
and waves off of the notoriety of
Yes.
murdering her mother.
yes.
And if anybody else was sad that they murdered their mother, they would kind of go off into the sunset and not have anybody like follow them.
Right,
But she
right.
just loves the attention. very narcissistic.
I do hope she's doing okay.
I do hope she's doing okay.
But
I
that
hope
seems
she
to-
got the
that's-
help.
That seems to be the general consensus, though. That's not just you saying that. That seems to be a lot of people that have said that.
Well, that's my opinion and my opinion only.
You guys say opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got one.
Mm-hmm. Some are brown, some are pink. That they're all wrinkled.
Any true crime thing you've been hyper fixated on, Brianna?
What about that little girl, that Aubrey Montgomery?
Aubrey Montgomery.
Is that her name, Montgomery?
Harmony?
No. Well, that trial is
yes,
going on
that's-
right now.
Have you heard of that? Have you heard of the Harmony Montgomery stuff that's come out?
I'm sorry, it's Audrey Cunningham.
Is it another?
Yeah, Mom. It's kind of like the same thing with the Harmony, where the mother did not have custody of the child. The dad had custody of the child, and he lived in a home with a man with a rap sheet. And I believe he had SA, child SA on his record. And dad was and this girl's 11, and dad was allowing the roommate to drop the girl off at the bus stop or the school, one or the other. The Steven, I think is his name, he dropped the girl off at the bus stop, and she never made it to school, and she's missing.
Oh my gosh, that makes me want to puke.
Yeah, Audrii is how Audrey's name is spelled.
They said that a stepmom of Harmony Montgomery said that her and the father were having sex as Harmony's body was decomposing above them in the ceiling. And then they would thaw it out, and then they would freeze it, and they would thaw it out, and they would freeze it. And I think
she ought to go to jail too.
I listened to some of this. I didn't listen to the whole episode with It's Seriously by Annie Elise. I'll have to listen to it when I go to work or whatever. But the details are very, very disturbing, and something with the blender, and they can't be found guilty if they don't have a body. The dad said something along those lines. It's very, very disturbing. I just don't know how you could have sex as your stepdaughter is in the ceiling above you, decomposing,
smelling, seeping of fluids.
Yeah, I don't know how you can. And sleep, like they slept there too. Like I don't know how you could sleep there with, like, I don't know how your conscience could let you sleep in general, but how.
So, like, she knew that she was upset.
Yes.
So, no, I've been seeing. There was this one case. Hold on, my animals are fighting. I saw this one where this lady, where she mistook a crib for an oven.
Oh, that one. Yes.
What?
Yes. Yeah, her parents went to work, and she baked the baby, took it out of the oven, and put it in a crib, and called her parents, and her dad came home, and police came, and yeah.
Yeah, but
I think she was like 18, or she's a young mom.
She's young. And she told the police that she mistook the oven for a crib and put the baby in.
And had the oven on.
How?
You push the button, you
I
get
know
it
how
warmed
to turn
up.
the oven on.
Postpartum.
How do you mistake an oven you put in, a crib you put? They're two different motions.
Back in the olden days, when you had home births and stuff, and they're in the wintertime, the houses were cold, and they might not have enough furnaces or something. They would like open the oven up and let the warmth out and stuff like that.
Well,
but you don't put a baby in the oven and turned it on and closed the door, and
Was
I
she?
guess the blanket was charred and the clothes and the diaper were melted to the little child's body.
Oh my God.
I don't know how bad the body, they didn't really get into how bad the body looked, but
And then there's the other case.
baby step.
I guess it wouldn't be.
Was she like so?
Well, I don't know. Did she have postpartum? Was she like so
Psychosis?
asleep? I did hear that she did have mental disorders before having the child. So,
Right.
is it a case of
Mental illness?
yeah?
Part of psychosis.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
There's also, I'm not really sure if it's a true crime case or if it's just like, just something. They had a toddler, and this toddler died maybe 20 years ago. And they had it interned somewhere in Georgia. And the parents, they were young when this happened, like when the toddler passed away, and they changed their mind because they moved and they wanted their child to be with them. So they went to exhume the body, get it cremated, so that they could have the baby's remains, basically. So they go to the plot that they purchased, already paid for, already like a placard there with the child's name on it, and there's no remains, no casket.
You know,
nothing.
actually, there is like a worldwide problem with bodies going missing from funeral homes and whatnot. There's this big thing where people are unable to find their loved ones' remains after they go to the funeral home, or their funeral home has manipulated or like messed with the remains of the human, or of the human remains they of the loved one. Yeah, I've heard of that one.
Yeah, there was
Or they like
funeral
lose the
home down
body
in
in general.
Colorado.
They're like, we don't know where it's at.
There's this funeral home in Colorado where they stopped doing cremation services, but it's like you already had pre-planned, like I'm not gonna say
What if it's in your will?
reservations or anything, like it's,
What if it's in your will?
well, there's some people do pre-planned funerals, so like people that are sick or just elderly.
Your grandparents have a pre-planned funeral. They had everything planned and paid for.
You and I could go to a cemetery or a funeral home and pay for our thing.
Right.
And it could be transferred to any funeral home, basically. So unless you had, like, this is gonna sound gross, like a reservation to be cremated.
So if you pre-bought it.
Yeah, you prepaid for it, and you have to get a permit to be cremated. Like the funeral home has to apply for a permit.
I do know that you have to people who undergo chemo have to have a special thing when you see when they have them, when you have a viewing and stuff. People who have chemo, they have to have a certain permit or whatever.
Oh, because their body is toxic. Yeah, when Jay has his chemo, they tell him that when he goes to the bathroom, he needs to flush twice to protect everybody else that lives in the house, and to make sure he washes his hands really good, because anything that comes out of your body, whether it's from your eyes, from your nose, from your mouth, from your bottom or anything, the chemo comes out, and it's toxic to the rest of us.
Yeah.
And there's they make sure when he has his chemo that he has a spill kit. We have a spill kit because in case something happens where he has to take home chemo, and if it comes out, which knock on wood, we've never had that happen, but there's like goggles and there's gloves and there's like a plastic thing to scoop it up. I mean, it's like, you know, pretty bad. The stuff that, you know, they put in the bodies to kill the cancer.
When Graham had her uterine cancer, I went with her to one appointment where she was getting radiation, and like radiation makes you sick. They were fighting again. It makes you sick, and this lady actually pooped on the floor, like trying to get to the bathroom, and they made us get out of the waiting area, and we had to stand outside. And I remember going in and getting like a chair for Pat to sit on, because couldn't stand for that long. And they had like a whole hazmat team come out and clean up her waste.
Yes,
because
there's that's saying a lot. Like, I mean, not saying a lot. Well, it is saying a lot for hospital, because this one time I had went to use the bathroom and there was blood all over the bathroom, like the sink, the toilet, like there was blood everywhere on the walls. And I said to one of the nurses, I walked in and I like promptly walked out and I said, there's blood all over this bathroom. And what happened was Chris had gotten into his accident and I had to pee because they had to check him out and everything. I said, there's blood all over the wall, all over the toilet, all over the sink. And the nurse was like, does it need cleaned up? Yeah. Yes, it needs fucking cleaned up.
Yes, it needs biologically cleaned up. It's not like I can go in and wipe it down.
Right,
with a
and
paper
I
towel.
wasn't even like, I don't work at the hospital.
But even when you clean up at a school,
right,
any kind of body fluids, there's a special kit. Yes, with special
disinfectants. And she was like, does it need
and
cleaned
your mop
up?
has to be thrown away.
Yes.
Like, you don't reuse that mop.
Nope. She said, does it need to be cleaned? What kind of question is that? You're a nurse. Yeah.
But anyways, like I was saying, there's this Colorado funeral home. They stopped doing cremations at, like, effective 2022 something, maybe even 2023. So anyways, they had about 135 cremations that were already like paid for. They already had the permits for, and they said, well, we can do those, but we just can't take any more cremations.
Why?
No clue. So what happened was the FBI raided this funeral home, and they found 115 decomposing bodies, and all of the remains that were sent to the family were made of concrete powder. So these bodies were left either like the refrigeration stopped working, so decomp set in, and I think he's the guy that was running it is facing a lot of charges, but he was a speedy like businessman anyway. Like, he ran from another state over like fraud cases and stuff like that. So now I think he's facing like abuse of a human corpse.
Yeah.
And other things, fraud and stuff, and like these families that, you know, the bodies that they found, like rats were eating them and all this other nonsense. And yeah, they went and they looked at who got cremated after them saying they're not going to take any cremations. And they went to these families and they asked them to see the remains of, these people. And they tested them and they came back as cement powder. No human remains, cement powder.
Oh my God.
TikTok is amazing, dude.
Do you want to do the ending?
No, you can do the ending.
No, it's your episode. You can do the ending.
Thanks for listening. If you liked us, share us with your friends. You can find us on iHeartRadio, Spotify, or YouTube. We also have an email, Instagram, Facebook. Thanks for listening. Like, share, subscribe. Let us know what you want us to talk about next time. Can we give Brenda a big thank you for adding information to our podcast tonight. It's kind of impromptu. I had a little bit of this prepared, but Brenda made it more special.
She
Thank
did.
you.
I was not prepared.
I know a lot about theater,
So if we ever have an alligator episode, Brenda will be the star of the show.
absolutely I will. I love them little things. They're cute little swamp puppies.
She used to so when we lived in Louisiana, did you eat the alligator?
Yeah, I
No.
thought she did.
I think you did too.
Well, I don't remember.
I don't think I ate alligator.
Anyway, so we went to the alligator farm in Natchitoches, Louisiana, and we went there a couple times. Their dad ate the alligator. They ate the alligator. I refused to eat the alligator because I have food aversions.
I don't remember eating the alligator.
I don't remember eating alligator.
Yeah, well, and I also have a picture of you. You were at Head Start. We went to Natchitoches to the alligator farm, and there's a picture of me and you and baby Drew holding an alligator. And she used to have an alligator head.
She loved that.
She had a couple alligator heads, and she used to torture me with the alligator head because they were like really creepy. But it was like a baby alligator, so it was like this big, and the teeth and little beady eyes, and
they were marbles. Okay, they're adorable.
I used to dress Drew in these cute little alligator outfits. He had this alligator outfit with like fibbers, and oh my gosh, yeah. Those are the kind of alligators I like, fake ones, cartoon ones.
Do you remember when I had my arm out of the bridge? We were walking across one of the bridges, and I pointed at a gator.
Oh yeah, and they told you not to because it was feeding time, and they would jump up and eat. They jumped up to eat because they would dangle chicken for them.
Getting ready to jump, and you had to yell at me or yell at Dad and say, "Get her arm back."
Nobody yelled at you.
That would have been a cool story. Oh, how did your daughter lose her arm? Oh, it got.
Yeah, it's like that girl who was bit by the shark, the Bethany, whatever her name was, that she was the surfer. Yes, and she has no arm now, from here, and then she has 3 kids, and she has no arm. Yeah, but it's because it was eaten by a shark. Well, Brianna could have been like that, but hers would have been eaten by an alligator.
So I would have been cooler if it's an alligator and not a shark.
I don't know. Her story's pretty gnarly. It's pretty interesting.
It is pretty gnarly.
They made 2 movies and a documentary.
Yeah,
out
they
of it,
did.
didn't they?
Dakota Johnson, I think. I did see that. I did see The Soul Surfer. It was a good movie. Her story is really interesting.
Well, just think your sister could have had
I don't like sharks, and I don't like alligators, and I don't like crocodiles. Actually, when we were in Florida, the first time I saw a shadow move, and I thought it was an alligator in the water, and I screamed.
You know what she did, Mom? She made
What?
ego checks.
Of course she did.
She
I
saw that the
screamed. We had to walk around the pool. We had to walk around the pool so I could make sure that there was no alligator or crocodile. And
then we saw the gate was open. We saw the gate was open, and you were like,
I'm not getting in that pool.
Check. Every single time when we went to whenever I went to Disney with Dad and we went to the Animal Kingdom, there's signs all over because it's all Animal Kingdom is surrounded by water. Dad would go, Brianna, go check under the car.
Do you remember when we went to Universal Studios and there was a snake outside of Rachel's house or Rachel's villa?
Yeah, and I wouldn't move.
And you would not come
Chris
out.
had to come save me.
Chris came and picked it up, and I said, go put it over near the trash. Like, go put it over near the trash where it can go under the thing, and it could just leave everybody alone. It can leave all the humans alone. It wasn't poisonous. It was just like a little, they're called I think they're called ribbon snakes, I think. Not poisonous. But he picked it up, and I said, go stick it over by the trash. And our baby sister starts screaming at me, don't throw it in the trash. And I was like, I didn't say throw it in the trash. I said stick it over by the trash, which in hindsight probably wasn't a good idea. But what do you do with a snake? Like, I don't know what to, well, no, you don't.
Listen, I opened
It's like
the
a
door.
farm snake. Huh?
I opened the door and it was looking at me
Oh, it
With
was a
beady
little
little
It
eyes.
was a little gardener
with its
snake.
beady little eyes.
It was a little gardener snake. It wasn't anything that would hurt anybody, but
I will mess with everything but snakes.
Chris actually stepped on it, I think, on accident. And I was the one who noticed it, and I was like, there's a snake. And he was like,
He stepped on it and didn't know it?
yeah, he didn't realize that it was tiny. It was tiny. It was like
It
half
was
of my
tiny.
hand.
Not
It was
tiny.
like this big.
It was bigger.
No, it was tiny. It was a teeny tiny little guy.
Had a big head. And
No, it did not have a big head. You are exaggerating. You are a Gemini through and through. Anyways, we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Are you gonna wave?
Do I have to wait?
Yeah. Bye.
She can do this.
She could.
Fine.
She's mad she didn't get the last word. Bye.
That's her
Bye.
Leo. What, Leo sun or Leo moon? What are you?
She's a Gemini.
No, she's a Gemini, but she's got Leo in her.
Cancer.
Ah, yeah, it's the Leo moon because her
Yeah.
mother's Leo. Yeah.
You know, they say Leo moons have wonderful hair. And have you seen mine? Look at it.
Yeah, I haven't done anything with mine today. I threw it up in a claw clip, and that's about it. I've been cooking all day. Apparently, I cooked sourdough, cinnamon rolls
That nobody ate because you don't
No.
eat cinnamons for breakfast.
That's what Chris
You know,
said. He said you don't eat cinnamon rolls for Christmas. You don't eat cinnamon rolls in the morning. They're not breakfast food. So nobody except Drew and I ate them.
You want to know what I saw on TikTok?
Huh?
A girl said she made cinnamon rolls with her yeast.
What?
With what?
She made cinnamon rolls from the yeast of her yeast.
Shh. With that, I'm signing out. That's terrible. That's
Well,
like.
it's
I didn't
the
even hear
internet,
it.
so it be true.
Anyways. Bye.
Bye.